Hello and welcome. I'm Carrie Metkowski, the founder of Carrie TV, the place to be to get the best tips, tools, and techniques to help you create a rockin' workplace. And today we've got Marshall Goldsmith with us, and he's going to share some super smart guidelines for how to influence decision makers. Let's get started.
Influencing decision makers. One of the most common questions I get as a coach is, how can I influence people when I don't have direct line authority? How can I influence my boss or my peers or other people when I need them to help me, but I can't just tell them what to do and how to do it? Well, let me give you some simple guidelines on how to do this. Guideline number one, and it is shocking how few people in life ever deeply understand what I'm going to say next. Every decision in the world is made by the person who has the power to make the decision. Make peace with that. Not the best person or the smartest person or the rightest person or the person who agrees with you. It's the person who has the power to make the decision. Define that person as your customer. You define that person as your customer. If you influence that person, you make a difference. If you do not influence that person, you do not make a difference. And you define yourself in this relationship as a salesperson. Your job is to sell them. Why? You're trying to promote something and they don't have to buy. Now, in looking at the philosophy like a good salesperson, what do? First, when you sell to that other person's needs. You do not sell to your own needs. You never go to the decision maker and say, you need to do this because it's good for me. That would be like a salesperson going to a client saying, you need to buy this because I need to make commission this quarter. That just doesn't work. You don't sell to your needs, you sell to their needs. You do an honest cost-benefit analysis. You say, I realize it will have costs. What I'm asking you in terms of resources, time, it's going to have a cost. Here's what I think the costs are, and here's why I think the benefits exceed the cost. If you don't provide the cost to the decision maker will provide the cost to you, and will probably be less than favorable in terms of an exchange. So you provide the costs in advance. You do a cost-benefit analysis. You treat that person like a customer. You sell to their needs, not your own needs. And you never say, and I'm sure you listening to this have said this before, I'm amazed at someone at that level, followed by is weird, crazy, strange, or irrational. If you think about it, that comment itself is weird, crazy, strange, and irrational. Why would you assume that people at high levels are going to become rational? Have you ever read a history book? Let's think about it. Most people at high levels, are they women or men? Yes, they would be mostly historically men. Younger or older? Older. Is there anything in the history of the world that indicates you take a bunch of old men, you give them lots of status, money, and power, they begin to act sane and rational? Have you ever read such a book? No, I don't think so. Well, we all talk about people as if they're supposed to be sane, logical, and rational. Why? People aren't sane and rational, they're just human. Make peace with that. Always sell to their needs, not to your own needs. Always challenge up on integrity issues, never remain quiet, and you sell what you can sell. If you can't sell it, you take a deep breath and you let it go. There's a good model called challenge up, support down. What does that mean? You sell what you can sell, you challenge what you can challenge. When the final decision is made, you salute the flag and you go out and execute. You never say about ultimate decision makers, they made me tell you. Or even worse, those idiots made me tell you. Why? If we stab our boss in the back in front of our direct reports, what do we teach our direct reports to do when they disagree with us? Stab us in the back. Well, simple guidelines. Accept the fact that the decision maker is a customer. Assume the role of a salesperson. Treat that person with respect. Sell to their needs, not to your needs. Do an honest cost-benefit analysis. Point out why it is a worthwhile decision viewed from the larger perspective. Fight the battles you can win, let go when you can't win. When the final decision is made, support the flag, make it happen.
Thank you for watching. What was your single biggest takeaway from today's episode? Leave it in the comments below. And don't forget to share this episode with a friend and subscribe to the channel. Remember, rockin' workplaces happen because people like you and I show up and do the work. We'll see you next time.